no promo. I got fan getting tats on my logo. In high school, I was not trying to label. OMG, now you see me on the TV. Good. So now, time to work. Tell it, swear to God. About to be a fear. I wish I was joking, but it's legit. More popcorn, thank you. It's now becoming a legit fear. When you open box and you're like, okay, wow, that was delicious, and you leave it down, I'm always afraid to pick it up because I'm not sure what was gonna fall. What's that? I messed upside down. So now we got some good stuff. 605. Ugh, the pen is not really working. It's supposed to be a new pen. Merci, mama. For the new pen that doesn't work. Ah, she's a sweetheart. She's a sweetheart. God damn, need some help. I can't help myself. Cause my pen has no ink. My name is Ink. That's a real problem. I got paper, but nothing to write. But I just found my pencil, well, alright. So goddamn. There you go. So, don't blink, it's your boy Ink. Welcome to another valuable content of the show. We just finished an hour more of Soul Striker. Today we did a story event. We finished the game, which is fantastic. Now, this is game done right. So the game is super short, which is normal for a it's normal for a mobile game. They did it the old classic way of doing an RPG. So you finish a game and there's instances where they tell you like, hey, there's still mystery there. So what they do is they put you in a hard mode. So basically you're stuck doing the whole game again on hard, but it's fantastic. So the story is really, really, really good. It's predictable, but it doesn't make it less nice. It's predictable done right. So I'm gonna restart the whole story because see, I think it's important because it makes sense otherwise. It's not dandruff. This is caramel popcorn. I wish it was dandruff because then I wouldn't look like a freaking pig, but it's popcorn caramel. So the whole story is you're this guy with a homunculi, and then you kill your master because he asked you to do it, and then you feel lonely, and because you feel lonely, like, okay, well, I'm gonna have the same fate, but you want to create a family of homunculi. You realize that, hey, I don't have to create a family. There's already a family out there. There's multiple homunculi. There's multiple alchemists out there, and those are my family. I don't need to create one. There's just one, right? So this is super, super, super cool. So the story at the end is talking to homunculi and realizing that, hey, they're good dudes. Realizing that, hey, they're not here to hurt me. They're just pissed off because they were giving the same shitty fate as me, which is immortality. There's a really touching story of a brother and sister, which is a bit weird because it really feels like Cersei and James. If you know, you know. If you don't know, you don't need to know. Don't worry about it. Yeah, it's a bit like that, right? And at the end, they talk about the alchemist and how cruel it was. So you feel like, okay, well, this is the same alchemist, but possibly a different version, right? So possibly made other homunculi of himself. So they push you into the hard mode, and then you get the story again, which is fantastic. What is even more fantastic is they give you so much at the end. And hard, they give you relics and they give you shelter. So you get a bunch of new stuff or post-game content. Because for me, when a mode end and a new mode begin, that's a new game, right? So the game was fantastic. I had a lot of fun. There's a lot of pros, there's a lot of cons. I think it's beautiful. I like the fact that you have allies. I love that. I love the fact that you can have a costume. I love that. Love the cutesy style. I love the story here. But I have to give it a score. And sadly, I played Seven Nights Idle today, and it was fantastic. So Great game, cool game, but it wouldn't be a game. And you know what's crazy? We've been playing a game for like, let's say that we've been playing for 20 hours, 30 hours, right? My first assessment of the game was it's a fun game that I wouldn't play alone. My last assessment is it's a fun game that I wouldn't play alone. It's a great game, and the story was fun. The story was fun, and meeting different alchemists and showing them. So to me, you cannot talk about alchemy without. I'm gonna go precise. I'm gonna fucking precise. Okay, so you cannot talk about alchemy without talking about Full Metal Alchemist, because one of the better show out there. And with this, it's sort of like a George Romero. If you don't know who George Romero is, he creates the zombie movie, the zombie style of horror, right? So whenever there is a zombie movie, they check that guy and said, hey, did they do the proper way? So this is the same with Fullmetal Alchemist. It's very similar. It's a story of sacrifices, a story of a failure. For example, the brother and sister. The sister ends up being immortal, and the brother ends up being immortal. So he's stuck with an homunculi, which is not a sister. It's a pretend sister, and he misses her. You know, that's kind of cool. And that's it. That is the entire story. So very solid thing. Could have been better. Where could have been? It's tough. It's tough because the style of gameplay doesn't allow for a very story narrative. The style of gameplay doesn't allow for a very in-depth story, but it is fantastic. So I really appreciate it. And there you go. That's it. But that's not it, because now we're moving on to our second gaming talk. So first of all, we did a amazing, thank you very much, amazing style of content today, which was Seven Nights Rebirth. So you guys know that I played Seven Nights Rebirth, right? And this is gonna be a very cool video to make, so I'm super excited. You guys know that I did a Seven Nights Rebirth review, where I was saying that the game is fantastic. You got everything to like about the game. However, I don't know much about the characters. I don't know their backstory. I don't know the story. The story itself is actually really good. The story itself is actually really freaking good. But then today, we're doing it speed up 1,035%. It's gonna be freaking amazing. 1,035, that's not a lot. That's a lot. It's a big bounce from 100 to 1,000, but 35 is not a lot. So yeah, so with Seven Nights Rebirth, it was fun, but it's one of those games where it's so automatized that like you jump out of the game because it's automatic, and then you get bored because you're not doing anything, and then you're brought back in because like, hey, the game is still going on when there's story, right? Today, however, oh, that was disgusting. Ooh, disgusting. We tried Seven Nights Rebirth, and I gotta tell you that Seven Nights Rebirth was absolutely no. I'm so sorry. Seven Nights Idol